Fucking good cigar.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cigar Chat, brought to you live, CigarFederation.com, broadcast around the world in the Armed Forces Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are out there in the world today. Robbie Raz here with you as always, and as a special surprise, we've got Logan back in the house.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's I was stunned to find out that you were going to be on the show today.
Well, I was actually going to come to the show that I co-host since day one.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's been a little while lately. I was in India for a couple weeks, and then I was in Chicago for some work stuff. And, you know, honestly, Rob, I just really haven't. I've been trying to space my time out from you because I'm going to have to spend 5 days with you at IPCPR coming up, and I just couldn't. You know.
Absolutely. Build that buffer while we still can.
I'm going to hug you real freaking tight when I see you and scratch your beard.
That's, oh, man, I was trimming my beard the other day, and it looks a little janky right now.
It looks a little janky.
I cut a big chunk out back here.
Hey, but as much as you're balding, it'll just match your head.
It's, oh, jeez. look at all this. Woo. Look at that.
Dude, you're getting the wings, dog.
I'm locks of love. I'm about 7 months in. I got about 8 inches to go.
You're still doing that? I thought that was just like a thing that you said you were going to do, but you really weren't going to do it.
It's that is very much me, but no, I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to do it.
Hey, dude, I'm impressed. I'm good for you, man. It's a good cause.
What are you doing? The Caitlin thing?
Well, it's called Locks of Love. You donate your hair, and it's for kids with cancer, and they make wigs out of it.
I thought you were saying you're going to do the Caitlyn Jenner thing. I was like,
oh, no. No, that's topical though, but no, that's not the same at all. That's I have no comment on that. Maybe Logan does. We'll talk about it after dark.
I don't even know what you said.
Let's just move on. Anyway, we've got so I don't know how to introduce you guys. This is Tom and Jay from AKA Cigars, but today we're talking about Acme Cigar Company. So thanks for joining us, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
So we've got all kinds of new stuff to talk about, and I guess we could talk a little bit about AKA too, because I mean, you guys are going to be doing. I would assume maybe something new is coming out over on that side too for IPCPR as well. So, but let's get into. Tell us about Acme Cigar Company. It's a brand new company. We've got some images and things posted up on CigarFederation.com. You can check that out if you're watching on the site.
I got one question.
First of
all, how did you get the trademark? That's like such a popular name. There's like Acme everything. How did you get the trademark? Was it really not trademarked for real?
Everybody that we've talked to over the last couple of months, they were like, really? Nobody's ever trademarked that? And there was some old trademarks, but they've been abandoned for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, it was originally a brand made in Cuba. You know, started like in 1898. Yeah, and then in the 30s it was abandoned. And dude, we were just goofing around, you know, and came up with the name Acme.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
And we're kind of with the other two partners, Elliot and Romero. We're just kind of having a little meeting, you know, several months back, and we're talking about, you know, new company names. We came up with some pretty cool ones, you know, and then we were kind of each running through our list, and I was like, hey, what about Acme? They're like, there's no way that could be free. That's got to be taken or trademarked or something, you know. So right there, I opened up the computer and looked it up, and bam, it was free. So 5 minutes later, I had my application in for it.
Dude, it's awesome.
That's I didn't even think about that. That's a good question.
That's because you don't really have the level of thought processes I have when it comes to business acumen, Rob.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I was thinking that's actually a good question for Logan, because he usually has pretty horrible questions. But
what was that?
No, Logan's good for one. He's good for one good question. So Logan, you're spent. You don't have to talk for the rest of the show.
No, I'm feeling like asking. All right, but go ahead. Tell us about Acme before I interrupt again.
Yeah, like Robbie was saying, it's brand new company, brand new factory for us, brand new blends, working with a lot of different tobaccos, you know, that we haven't, you know, worked with in the past. So it's been a, really nice challenge for us, and that's change also. So yeah, we've been having a blast with it.
No, but originally, I mean, the deal was, you know, the factory was a big thing for me. You know, because we've always worked with Davidoff, you know, in the past with AKA.
Right.
And they've got something, you know, the best tobaccos. And Jay and I were always throwing around, okay, we want to do a cigar in Nicaragua. Who do you want to do it with? And I was like, look, we should do this little factory. It's not little, it's a big factory called Nuts. I said, I want to work with Oliva tobacco growers. Of course, everybody first looked at me and was like, what do you mean Oliva cigars? I go, no, Oliva tobacco growers. One of the partners is best friends with one of the other partners of the factory. You just don't get to walk in this factory and go, hey, make me a cigar. You got to go in by invitation only.
Right.
So we finally got the invite to our partner, and now we're working with the Olivas, using their tobaccos. I mean, dude, they sell tobacco to everybody. I mean, General, Altadis, Pepin,
Fuentes,
Davidoff, you name it. Everybody buys their tobacco from them.
Actually, Oliva Tobacco used to own the farms. I know for sure, at least the wrapper farm that Fuente now owns for all the Opus X.
Right.
They've owned farms all over. John Oliva Sr. Heads up the company now. His dad, and I'm not sure if it's Angel or Angel, it's spelled Angel, but he originally started the company back in the 30s. And as a very young man, he was actually, his dad was born on a plantation, a tobacco plantation. And after fourth grade, he actually started doing odds and ends jobs for different tobacco farmers, stuff like that. He kind of grew up in the business. He was actually one of the head guys out there, and he was, what I learned, he was one of the only few growers and companies out there that did not believe Castro, when Castro had all those guys fooled, that he wasn't communist and he wasn't going to, take over like he did. John's dad, hell, he got his stuff and he got out of there, and he actually, took off to Honduras. And he was one of the last guys to actually get one of the biggest shipments of pre-embargo Cuban tobacco out of Cuba. It was like over 1 million pounds.
Damn.
And then of course Castro took over and took everybody's companies, and he was pretty safe. So he started in Honduras and then moved over to Nicaragua. Built farms and stuff
all around the world.
Now they have a lot. They have some in Honduras,
a lot in
Nicaragua.
Right?
They have a lot in Ecuador. They're one of the main people that everybody gets their Ecuador Habano from now. So
whenever you hear, we have sun-grown Ecuador. We have Ecuador Habano. That all comes from Oliva.
Yeah, even an old back from the late '90s, right during the boom, an old Cigar Aficionado interview with the family. I mean, they headlined it the first family of tobacco. In the referring to the Oliva family. So they've been around for a long time, and they've got there's several large buildings that are like multiple football fields in length and width, and they're just filled with tobacco. It's just amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's a million. Did you say 1 million pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, over 1 million. It was over 1 million. He brought it over from Cuba.
Yeah. And then he actually, I've heard too.
You need a big boat for that. That's a big boat.
Oh yeah.
Or several small boats.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he actually, and just as far as how fair of a man he was, he actually sold most of that back to the Cuban farmers that got put out by Castro, and he sold it to them at the regular prices that they would have bought it for. He didn't, jack it up on them or anything, so. Very honorable man. His son now, John Sr. that's running the company. He's a very, very honorable man. Really great guy. Really cool. Loves to talk it up. Stuff. Really cool. He's his head guy that actually works with us down there in Nicaragua is Gustavo Piro, and he's quite a character too. But he's fun to be with and stuff, and has helped us out a lot. Getting kind of acclimated with the factory down there and stuff.
Cool, very cool. So Acme is releasing an IPCPR, and with 3 different lines. So you're going to come in with the Acme Premier, which Logan and I are both smoking. Logan's smoking the Ecuadorian Habano, which is, let's see, I'm just going to kind of read through here. Ecuadorian grown Cuban seed Habano. It's got a double binder of San Andreas and Criollo from San Andreas broadleaf and Criollo from Esteli. and fillers from Nicaragua and the Dominican. And I'm smoking the Premier San Andreas. It has the San Andreas broadleaf wrapper, San Andreas broadleaf and Esteli Habano binder, so another double binder, and 4 fillers from Nicaragua. Now, and then the other one is the Route 66. We'll get into that in a second. So, Logan, tell me about the cigar that you're smoking, because you're smoking the...
It's too early to tell.
It's too early to tell? You haven't tasted anything in it yet?
Rob, I've smoked that much of the cigar. Like, you gotta let it develop, man. You gotta enjoy it.
Well, dude, be like cigar aficionado. You gotta rate it in the first half inch and be done.
Hey, man, listen.
Actually,
listen.
Let me come to Logan's defense, Robbie.
Here's the deal: is if I'm gonna tell someone to their face, well, actually, via their face, via the interwebs, I'm gonna smoke more than a quarter of an inch of the cigar before I tell them if I like it or not.
Now let's rewind.
Man of honor.
Did I ask you for your full and final impression, or did I ask you for initial thoughts? You don't even know, do you?
I don't really know because I don't really pay attention to you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to mess with you.
I'm sorry, Robbie. He's a pipe guy now.
I am. Speaking of, I don't want to derail this, but I got to tell you, I got the mother load. Dude, me and this dude, this lady, her grandpa died or whatever, and I know it sounds sad, and it is for him, because when we bought his collection, dude, for $600, we're getting 30. I spent 300. He spent 300. 35 pounds of pipe tobacco, dude. We've got like GLP stuff from like 2006, 2007. We've got full Virginia Flake from like early 2000s. I can't tell you how pumped I am. Not that it matters or anyone cares, but
yeah, you're right, Logan. That means nothing to us.
Yeah, so you got Republican tobacco. Is that what you're telling me? That was all I heard. The GOP? No. Anyway.
Yeah,
I am a Republican, but I mean, does that matter?
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, you said GOP tobacco. GOP to me means the Republican Party. I don't know.
What did I say? GOP? No, GLPs.
Oh.
It's the name of a brand. If you knew anything about
that
tobacco.
means even less.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. Initial thoughts.
Yeah, just initial thoughts.
A lot less strength than I was expecting because it has Ecuadorian Habano. It's oddly enough, I'm not really getting because this has you said a San Andreas binder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely not picking that up. It's very, to use a Rob word, very creamy.
Nice.
Surprisingly enough, got a nice little spice to it. Burning well thus far. I had to do a little touch up, and I'll give you more thoughts later.
As we move forward, you can fill us in on your experience.
Yeah, we definitely work for any of these blends. We definitely work trying to go full bore, strength. We kind of learned our lesson on the 2011 respect, but no, we're really just more into full flavor on the cigar.
In your everyday smoke, you can smoke one right after the other, not burn out your palate.
Yeah.
Yeah, these I'm working on the San Andreas, the Premier San Andreas. It's got a lot of flavor. It's got a nice spice on the retro, nice spice on the tongue, and that nice dark chocolate, semi-sweet dark chocolate type flavor in there, and some earthy notes to it as well. And I'm an inch into it maybe, but it's off to a good start. I'm enjoying it.
One of the things too for you guys, if you look at the black line on the burn. One of the things we've always noticed with this,
it's fermented really well.
Well, if you look, you'll see it's got a real shiny black burn edge.
Yep.
And that's from the oils in their tobacco. And Oliva has a special way they process all the wrapper and filler different from everybody else. And they took us to one of the buildings, and he pulls out a hand of tobacco from a blow and goes, "Here, now this is 40 days old." Shows us the tobacco. It's perfect from tip to stem, and it's real oily. And I was like, "Wow." He goes, "Okay, now follow me." He takes us to another building. Pulls out another hand of tobacco from a 6-month age below, still the same thing. He goes, follow me to this third building. But now we're in this huge place, and it's all these clones. And pulls out a hand of tobacco, and he goes, now these are all 14 to 16-month age clones. And it's still perfectly colored from tip to stem, very oily. And I looked at him and I said, that's incredible. I said, but how did you keep the oil? He goes, well, it's kind of a secret process. I go, okay, well, just give me the gist of it. He goes, well, the gist is, a lot of these guys, everybody else, when they age their filler, they kind of rush it. And they're rushing it, they're heating it up. They said, so you're cooking that tobacco. He goes, we do a real slow process. He goes, when you cook it, you're cooking out the oils. And he goes, plus they use 10 to 14 ounces of water on average per hand of tobacco during this whole process. He goes, we only use 3 ounces of water. So we're not cooking it, and we're keeping the oils in the tobacco. Huh. So the cool part about our cigar, especially the Tandem, because it's all their filler, if anybody else tries to do it, they got to actually use their filler. Because this cigar is the same from either end. So, I mean, it's really cool what they do.
Yeah, we've been to a lot of different factories and a lot of different, processing, but the way the Olivas do their processing and everything is just really amazing. And, it really gave us, the big picture of why all these other big major companies from all around the world buy their tobacco from these guys.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just really unique, cool ways that they're working with tobacco.
And their factory, most people don't know, is the second oldest factory in Nicaragua next to Dr. Martinez, the Casa, almost all the Nicaragua factory.
Yeah.
So their factory started in the 70s.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We've been to the factory, or not the factory.
We've been to Hoyas.
We've been to the fields, the Oliva fields.
We've been to Oliva fields.
But I didn't. That's a lot of their history that I didn't know about.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with John. We were joking around one day on the phone, and I said, "Hey, you have a problem with us putting a billboard up in next to one of your fields along the Pan American Highway?" He goes, "No, why? Well, what do you want to put up?" I go, "I want to put up there Acme Tobacco Road, 2,000 miles to Dallas, because it's on the Pan American Highway." And he started laughing. He goes, "Sure, go ahead, guys, do what you want." So I'm like, "Okay."
I dare you to drive the Pan American all the way to Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You might not come back with your liver.
You're going through some
icy grounds.
Some creative places. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about those are the two premieres, and looks like those premieres are starting at about $7 and $8 MSRP, give or take, depending on the size. Now that Tandem that you're talking about, is that just in the Route 66?
Yeah, just right now we're only doing that one size, testing it out in the Route 66.
What's the price point on that?
$740.
For that cigar, it's $740.
Yeah.
So two guys can smoke a good sized cigar for $8, $7.50.
Right.
That's impressive.
Then what's this?
That's the new Route 66.
That's
the
Robusto Hot Rod. Yeah, we think everything has to do with the highways, like the Robusto's Hot Rod, the Churchill's, the 7x40, it's going to be Chopper, and the 6x54, the Super Toro is called Big Rig.
Big Rig.
Kind of like kind of just like the tradition of Route 66. It used to be one of the major highways, and turned into one of the fun highways for people to cruise and stuff like that. So there's we want to kind of make that kind of our fun line. It's also a little bit less lower price point than the premier line. So again, it's something we're trying to put out that guys can just smoke one after the other. If they wanted to get out and cruise on the highway, they could just keep on smoking. Yeah.
So it looks like, let's see, the blend info here. That's got the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper on it as well. Jalapa Criollo binder, Nicaraguan San Andreas, and Dominican fillers.
Yes.
So that's you guys are getting a lot of use out of the San Andreas.
Hey man, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We were just talking about that on another show, and when people started migrating to San Andreas, it's because it was a cheaper leaf at that point, right? A few years ago. But now, that price it's going up. I can imagine.
Expensive.
It is, but in the past also, when I was working with different people's the way they process San Andreas, it was really, it's always just been used more of for wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the Olivas, they're buying it from some great farmers out there. They're doing all their own processing and fermenting. Yeah, they're buying all their own. They're doing all their own processing, fermenting with the tobacco. So it's I started playing around with it, with the filler binder that they have, and I was like, wow, this is great. It's just the way they process is just a lot different than a lot of it that I've tried from other places.
So curiosity question is that, typically, the Cuban method, which, I mean, obviously the Olivas, have Cuban heritage, but it sounds like, and I didn't know this, but it sounds like the Olivas do a lot of fermenting and I mean, obviously the pre-industry stuff, but do a lot of the fermenting and stuff themselves, right?
Yeah.
Where someone like Aganorsa doesn't necessarily age it as long. I mean, they do different things, but they usually don't age it as long as then people then will let it age and they'll ferment it more and stuff like that. Why is Oliva, if they kind of come from the same roots, the same Cuban roots, why is Oliva process their stuff longer than, Aganorsa, other than maybe it's a personal preference and it saves them money and that's the way they want to do it? I just care if there's like an actual reason they do that.
Well, the biggest and best answer is they've taken all of that Cuban tradition. I mean, with the founder Angel all the way back, from the 30s when he got into farming and working tobaccos in Cuba. They've just expanded on all these traditions, but they haven't just stuck with tradition. They kind of turned it into 21st century thinking and evolving and stuff. And like I said, if you're ever allowed to go down and visit, and see some of this stuff, no pictures or cameras, but you'd just be amazed at the different ways they work tobacco and.
But the big thing, I mean, John will always tell you it's about their reputation and their integrity. That's what they're always about. So you're right asking that, Logan, that when they sell somebody tobacco, they want to know they're selling them the best stuff. It's all about their reputation. And that's why everybody does business with them. I mean, geez, most people don't know, but beginning of the year, Dow alone bought like 70,000 pounds of their Ecuadorian Habano. I mean, that's how good of their tobacco is. I mean, that's just one sale. I mean, everybody buys. I mean, it's just amazing how much tobacco they grow and how much everybody needs it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was just down there this past month, one of the people from Puente came in there and just bought
it was like 80 bales or something?
No, they bought, hundreds and hundreds of bales. They bought a crap ton of tobacco from, right when I was there. Some other guy wanted it, but they came in and swooped it up.
Got.
They brought the black card, and just.
Oh yeah, just throw it down on the table. It makes that nice sound that I don't even. Yeah. I pretend like I know what it sounds like. I've seen one before, but that's it.
I saw it once.
I saw it. I was in the same room.
I was 5 feet away.
Yeah, several years back when Christian was still with the Camacho, we're at a bar. He was doing a mojito party, and he had his black card up on the thing and actually snagged it. And he had the whole bar looking for that thing, trying to find it. Finally, later, I was at the door, like, "Hey, drinks are on me," hold it up, and he's like, "Oh man, Jay, you ass."
Yeah, that's how you get punched, man.
Yeah.
you take the black card, and somebody's
you gotta have some serious screws to have that.
Yeah, that is legit. So we've kind of covered the three different blends that are coming out. That's all going to be released at IPCPR. So, and this is actually this kind of leads into a question here. This one's from Dave Nichols. So what's the advantage of creating Acme Cigar Company? We kind of touched on that, but and I'm going to combine a couple of questions here, and they're actually both from Dave Nichols. So we'll just
sorry, Dave, getting slided.
And he says, the other part of his question is, at what point do you reach a comfort level with what you're doing with AKA to be able to step aside from that and take on a whole new venture?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we're not really stepping aside. I mean, we're
you know what I'm saying. Stepping aside is a wrong terminology, but
having the
add on to that is
having the time to do it. Well,
yeah, that too.
Whenever we really have the time, we're just making it. But it's been a ton of work. Just running one company is a ton of work, but this has really been a ton of work. So, we went from 18-hour days to 23-hour days, basically. But no, I guess one of the best things about it is with Acme, we're doing some other things that we necessarily didn't envision to do with AKA, but we did have a vision that we wanted to do. We wanted to work with other factories and stuff. As far as AKA goes, we're very happy working with Galadol. They treated us really good. They have, all the best tobaccos in the world also that we can use. We just wanted to, have this other vision, and with Acme, and we, decided we wanted to do that. We, have a couple partners, Elliot.
Basically, we wanted to broaden our horizon, try different things, and like I said, to leave it tobacco, I've known about this place for a long time because I've been in the industry over 19 years, and it's always kind of like, geez, I'd love to work with these guys. They're the true titan in the industry, and to be able to work with them is a real joy and honor, Yeah. And Jason is right. I mean, it's a ton of work trying to put together a second company, but when the opportunity presented itself, we had to take it, man.
Yeah.
And
just kind of like build your stock portfolio. You're gonna have your money in different stocks and diversify.
You're gonna have a lot of ponies in the stable.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what my dad says. Even though we don't own horses.
You guys you're all about the cows, man.
Yeah, dude. Black Angus prices are the highest they've ever been. So every time I call my dad, he's in a
great mood.
He goes, "Your trust is great." He goes, "These cows." He's like, "Dude, I can't make them." He goes, "We can't make them fast enough." I go, "I remember we used to be able to get a bottle cap for $100 when I was a kid." My dad's like, I am like having multiple offers for bottle caps at like $500.
Wait,
and I'm
for
like,
what?
Like if not to like be all farmy and stick, but like
right,
let's say a cow has a calf and it dies, right? Like it's not healthy for her. It's not really healthy for her not to have a calf. You know what I mean? Just psychologically and stuff or whatever. So whenever that happens, there'll be moms or cows that die during childbirth having the calves. So what you try to do is pair them up so that calf doesn't die, right? And you try to do all that. Well, typically people would just more or less back in the day when I was a kid give them away like $100, like really cheap. But my dad's like, now it's like $500 or $600, and this is like a calf that can't even walk yet hardly.
Wow.
I'm like,
and what are they called?
The bank. What?
What are they called?
Bottle calf.
Bottle calf?
Yeah.
Oh, because you feed them from a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned something today.
Yeah, dude. Anyways, I showed a little bit of my redneck nature right there.
That's all right. And you're out of the. I was going to ask you if since your trust had gone up so high, is that why you were in the witness protection lighting? Because we couldn't see you at all, but you've moved.
No, that's just because I'm too cheap to upgrade anything, and my electrical skills are not that good. And Jared hasn't been to my house in a while. So if I try to do something like that, I'd probably end up catching people on fire.
That's a good point.
That's just being for real.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, so that was.
It was enlightening.
We got some cow knowledge. Everybody who's tuning in, you're listening to Cigar Chat, brought to you live on CigarFederation.com, broadcast around the world on the Armed Forces Radio Network. We're here chatting with Tom and Jay of AKA Cigars and Acme Cigar Company. We're talking about Acme today. We'll get into AKA at some point, I'm sure, going down some of these questions. And it's funny. We talk about how ADD we are, and I'm not gonna make fun of the guy who asked the question, but someone already wants to know if you're planning on expanding in the future, expanding Acme line in the future. And, And I mean, the cigars aren't even out yet, and everybody wants to know what's coming next. So I guess maybe we can.
We already got plans. I can actually tell you about one. Actually, we're doing a. It's going to be we're going to do one that's what's going to come out in September.
No, that's late October, November.
Okay, October, November. We're actually doing our first limitada, and it's actually an original Frankie Laneza blend, and Frankie helped. He's one of the founders of the factory there in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And it's the original Siglo blend. They had about 8,000 sticks of this originally. It's all the way back from.
So you're like lost and founding it.
Yeah, so we snagged them up, and we're gonna put that out as a little limitada, and they are really great sticks.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the best business model anyone could be in.
Yeah.
It's a great
deal,
idea.
Man.
It's a great idea if you can find the stuff.
If you can negotiate, dude, it's a great business model.
Yeah.
So, we're looking for stuff like that for Acme, because then we'll probably do like maybe Acme Detour or something like that. Play off the name Route 66. U-turn.
Yeah,
there you go, U-turn. Yeah.
Or on-ramp. You could call it the on-ramp.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different
Oh, dude, you could go forever.
plans and some things already in the works, for later
That's
in the
cool.
year and also for next year. So yeah, it's gonna fully expand and we're gonna fully expand it, across the nation pretty quickly too.
That's cool. So is this like, and I haven't really asked. I know that you're doing it. You're working. I mean, it's like a, AKA is to Acme, as Acme is to like a sister airline, like that you felt up one time. We talked about that, and I made the joke, and no one knew what movie it was from. But like, is it, since the people that you're working with, have a background in the industry? Is this kind of Acme is like not a global brand, but hopefully, like, is they're actually selling it to brick and mortars at the trade show? Is it a shop exclusive? Like, it's its own
like
functioning brand.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be a brick and mortar exclusive like AK. It's going to be available to everybody everywhere.
Okay.
That's our plans.
And plus, what's cool is the idea. Jay and I always talked about doing cigar brands by AKA, and instead of this being by AK, it's just a sister company to AK. And this way, we have something we want to take over to Europe, because always, our vision was on AK because it's American kick-ass. It stays in the U.S. It wasn't supposed to go over to Canada or Spain or Australia or anything like that. Whereas the Acme can.
It should go over to places where the American Army just kicks everyone's butt, and then they have to smoke AKAs at like the cellar whenever they have to sign treaties because we kick their butt.
Oh yeah, that's why we donate, and everybody should donate to Cigars for Warriors.
Absolutely. I actually just sent cigars to them a while back, and I was gonna go to Cats. I did not, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because.
Heard about the hurricane they had?
It's basically a hurricane in South Texas.
Yeah.
Or actually, it was Middle Texas, but yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, Rob.
Questions for us, Robbie?
No, we got plenty of more questions. So the long and short of that is Acme's just not a one-shot deal. I mean, this is a company that's going to be around, and you've already got stuff planned for Q3, Q4, and beyond. So
provided as long as the FDA doesn't get in there and screw it up for us, that'd be the deal.
That's true. That's still kind of a scary thing out there on the horizon. Exactly.
Yeah. But here is one thing. Turns out the factory does own some old labels, and the label owns them, and has asked us. I mean, we want to see how the Acme gets off first, and how it's received, and then if everything goes like we planned, then he wants us to do stuff with him on his labels. Like one of the labels he has is called Red Dot from the 20s.
That's cool.
So we may do some future stuff, actually working on blends and marketing and everything, and actually distribute for the factory also.
That's cool.
Wow. So, see, I went and I made fun of the question, and it ended up being a really good question. And now I have to remember who asked it. Don't I feel like the jerk? But whatever. I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to it. So we've got, just to bring things back around, we were talking about Cigars for Warriors, and this isn't a question, but this is just, it's more of a thank you. This one's from Jay Reiniger, who's... He is a important member of the Cigar Federation community, and he's a member of the Armed Forces. And he just said he wants to say thank you for doing all that you do for the military, Wounded Warriors Project, Cigars for Warriors, etc. Says I love to see people give back like that. So that's all he wanted to say, just a thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you to Jay, really, for
you're a good dude, man.
that he does, and the guys that he's with, and all the guys tuning in and listening to. So thank you. I mean, we say it all the time, but you can't say it enough, really. That you guys are built to do something I'm not built to do, and
that it ain't a lie.
Yeah, you're not built for it either, man.
Dude, I would be awesome. I'd be like I'd be like James Bond.
Yeah, you spit an image, man.
Logan would be a really kick-ass Navy SEAL, I think.
I could see Logan being the guy who kind of breaks your balls when you first get in.
I would totally be the best drill sergeant ever.
The
the fraternity house, I was the worst. I was the worst to the pledges, man. I treat them like crap. But then you break them down, you build them back up. It's the circle of life. And but what's funny is that you mentioned Navy SEAL. Navy SEAls are legit. But it's so funny because I'm gonna call out my brother. You would never guess this because if you know me, I'm like this tubby white, college book learned dude, and my brother's like a forest recon Marine. So like, I mean, total bad A, like crazy. And then it's him and it's me. I don't know. I just find it always crazy because people see us and they're like, dude, how? And he's like, just Kadao. But anyways, hey, brother. I know you're not watching, but what's up?
Hey, he might tune in.
No, don't trust me. He does it. He's like, what? He goes, so what are you doing? Like, you're talking on the internet with people? He goes, that's freaking stupid. Like, go out and do something outside. Like, go work on a car or something. I'm like, Adam, I don't know how to do that. And he, yeah, my brother.
Your brother's force recon. He just wants to kill people. So.
Oh yeah, he just loves like. I mean, he hunts all the time. I mean, dude, he's crazy.
He's all about it. I've never met your brother.
He's a cool. He's a very like. It's very weird because I tell people that and they're like, dude, he must be this savage. And like, I mean, I could definitely see how he has that side, but like, he's actually like a very gentle person. Like, and I don't mean that like in a weird way, but he's just a very calm guy, like very level-headed, never really gets angry. But when he gets pissed, like you just stand out of the way because it's just not good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, your brother's got like what 27,000 kills now. I think after that many, you just kind of calm down. You know?
I know. Well, probably true. I mean, it's funny, but no, I mean now he manages like 4 or 5 Sonics. So I mean, I'm sure there's probably dead bodies all over the place there. From him just freaking out on people.
You know, I've never seen a Sonic. I get the commercials, and they do like all these. I've never seen. I don't have one here. Not that I know.
You have never seen a Sonic?
I get the commercials all the time, and the guys that the two comedian guys who.
Yeah, the horrible commercials.
Yeah, well, they're fine, and they do all the different milkshakes and the different drinks and everything.
But you've never seen one in person.
I've never actually seen a Sonic.
Dude, we're renting a car and we're going to Sonic in New Orleans.
I was going to say, they're in New Orleans, Robbie. You can go find one there, man.
We'll get you
and while no. You go there, get your chili cheese coney, and then go to a drive-through daiquiri shop in New Orleans.
Number 4.
Get some tater tots.
Wait,
dude, with cheese on them, dog.
Wait a second. Wait. This all sounds great. Did you just say a drive-through daiquiri?
Yeah. Yeah,
dude, it's New Orleans.
They're legal in Louisiana. Yeah, they got drive-through daiquiris. What they'll do is, they're even open on Sundays. And when you go up to the window, it's like the old Kodak places.
Yeah.
You drive up and you order your daiquiri. And they put it in a styrofoam cup or whatever. And they put the cap on. They put the straw, but they have the paper on the straw, so it's still a sealed container. Yeah. And they give it to you.
Wow. Hey, that's a sealed container in New Orleans. Oh boy.
Hey, Robbie. Robbie, you looked a little confused earlier when I said tater tots. Do you know what tater tots are?
No, I was confused by you. You were talking about. Yeah, I know what tater tots are. Come on now. I
don't know.
I love me a good tot. I love a good tot. That's the hash browns you get at McDonald's. The big round ones. That's like a big tater tot.
Are you being serious? Hold on, stop. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You're not American. I just exposed you as a terrorist. You are not from this country.
I don't understand.
You think tater tots, for real, like not joking, like not messing around. You think the tater tots are the little thin hash browny things?
No, that's not what I said. Tater tots.
Sounded like what you said.
No, but it's not.
It says the same material.
It's the same thing. They taste the same. It's just like that is a big tot.
Okay.
It's not. Tater tots are the little round things.
Okay, you're not a terrorist.
They're like little tiny logs of love.
Okay,
I'll tell you right now, we're talking about food, but my new favorite ad is the KFC ads with the Colonel, and now when he laughs, he goes, I love that.
Who is the guy?
My wife out.
Who is the guy that does that? Because I see those commercials, and that guy looks so familiar.
Yeah, he's from Saturday Night Live. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's great, dude. It freaks my wife out. I'm like, we're going to KFC. No, we're not. Yeah, we are.
Hey, Logan, have we now established that Robbie is not a terrorist?
He is not a Russian terrorist.
Okay, so don't send your brother to California to kill him.
I wouldn't have to. If I could just put Robbie anywhere in between about 1.5 miles of my brother, it'd be done.
Yeah, I don't have to be downwind.
You don't even. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. It
doesn't matter.
No spotter. Just.
I'll tell you a story just real quick about how good of a shot my brother is. It's like I'm like a complete like putz, right? Like I mean, we were out deer hunting a couple of years ago, and like literally, there was a deer that ran out in front of us like 100 yards, and I mean, I totally just completely missed this deer, and my brother's like, "You are pathetic." He goes, "I could have hit that with a rock." Like he's like, "It's just pathetic." And then literally, I'm a deer ran off in the distance, and I swear it had to be 300-400 yards away, and Adam uses a 30-06, no scope, just the whatever sights. And he takes a shot, and I was like, "Yeah, you missed that." And he goes, "Oh, no, I didn't." I go, "How did you even see that?" And then you just see this little thing just, boom, fall over. I was like, how could you possibly do that? And he's like, I go, "You didn't even use a scope." He goes, "I don't have to." It's just crazy how good of a shot he is. But not that anybody cares, and I don't know why I'm bragging about my brother so much tonight. But, Adam, if you ever need a pick-me-up about all the mean crap I've said to you, you might want to watch this show because I've been really nice to you.
We'll send him the MP3. He can plug it in and play it.
He wouldn't know how to even use that.
Whenever he needs it. I want to try to steer this back to cigars real quick.
I'll shut up. I'll go on mute.
If that's okay with everybody. Although I am really intrigued about going to a Sonic now. I want to get a drive-through daiquiri.
Oh, you got to get a cherry limeade, dude.
Oh, dude.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yeah, yeah. And then what do they put on the tots? You said they had like chili cheese tots?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Chili cheese, foot-long hot dogs.
They still do their hickory burger. You have to specially ask for it. They don't have it on the menu, but you ask for a hickory burger, they got an incredible hickory burger.
Robert, you have all the In-N-Outs in California, right? In-N-Out.
Yeah, that's everywhere. But, man, I'm telling you, every time I drive by an In-N-Out, every time, and there's probably like 4 or 5 of them in my general vicinity, the line is always 20 to 30 cars deep. Doesn't matter the time of day.
And a quick funny story about that. We finally started getting some here around the Dallas area. So this is a year or two ago. Me and Tom are sitting in a cigar shop, and we're like, "Damn, we're hungry," So I was like, "Oh man, there's a brand new In-N-Out burger. Go down there." All these guys said, "Oh yeah, In-N-Out, man, they're fantastic burgers. You get all this stuff, blah blah blah." So I'd never been to one, so I pulled through the drive-thru. There's only 3 or 4 different items on the drive-thru: cheeseburger, hamburger, a double cheeseburger, and they come with fries and pick a drink. I was like, "Well, this doesn't sound like anything all these guys are talking about." So I was like, "All right, we got two cheeseburgers," and brought them back. Me and Tom were eating them. We're like, "Man, these are kind of plain cheeseburgers, just taste like anywhere else." And all the guys were like, "No, you have to go inside, because inside you go in and you can get this and that and the other, and they got like 5 million different toppings, It was kind of funny because everybody spiffed it up, and then I got there to the drive-thru, and there was only 3 things on the menu,
So I can get a cheeseburger or a cheeseburger. Got it.
But Whataburger's a bomb. Sorry, bro. Even Pete Johnson, from Tatuai.
Dude, Whataburger.
Oh, yeah. He comes here, dude. He'll get like the double or triple meat thing with cheese with the jalapenos. And he's like, "Oh, God, dude, it smells so good. It tastes so good." He goes, "Then it's like a lead brick for a week in my stomach." I'm like, "Awesome, man."
Yeah,
That's what it is.
he wants it every time, a couple times while he's here in town, and then he swears, "I'm never eating one again." And then he comes back, and first thing he wants is Whataburger.
Yeah, that's human nature. We always want what's bad for us. But I do love a good burger, though. But it's funny, we're talking about New Orleans, has some of the best restaurants in the world, and we're going to go to Sonic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of great food. In New Orleans too.
No, man, my wife, she's coming down after the show, and we're going to stay through the weekend. And
nice.
We're going to be there for 5 nights, I think, and she's got 13, 15 restaurants that we have to have dinner at. I'm going to come back. I'm going to put on a good 70 pounds down there.
Oh yeah, you remember my buddy Albert that helps us in the AKA booth?
Yeah.
He's actually like that. He tells us at the trade shows. He's a foodie. Everywhere we go, I'll go on trips with him, or he'll come with me sometimes, and also everywhere we go for the trade shows, he's got a list. But he forced us to go to this place. Was it last year? Or
Last year.
Yeah, last year in Vegas, and it was
It was called Cafe Berlin.
Yeah.
It was a German restaurant.
It was a German restaurant, and but it was like 30 miles off the strip. We had to take a cab, and I was like, "Woo, dude, really?" But that's part of the thing, he comes and helps us.
Was it
out.
the Hofenbrau restaurant? Where they paddle you?
No, that's what it was called, Cafe Berlin. And of course, we pull up. It's a strip center with like a 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
but I'm like, seriously, dude? How good can this be, man?
Oh, dude, it was just some of the best food I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, and what's funny, because we're sitting there, And of course, our friend, Albert's Mexican. The Mexican looks around, or Albert looks around. He goes, "Hey, you notice something?" I go, "What?" He goes, "I'm the only foreigner sitting here. We were like the only two Americans. Everybody else was from Germany." We're like,
That's
wow.
crazy.
It was crazy good food. I mean, we're going to go there. We're going to take a 30-minute, $100 cab ride out there again next year because it was that good.
Did you get the schnitzel?
I'm going to say Rob loves shit.
Oh yeah, we had all kinds of everything, but even the sauerkraut. I've never liked my life, but I actually tasted some of Albert's, and I actually ordered a whole plate full of it for myself afterwards.
Yeah, it's actually two brothers.
It was just that good.
These two brothers from Germany. It was their family recipes that they were doing. Yeah, and it was like, dude, it was incredible.
Those are the best places to find, man.
Yeah.
You don't think anything of it when you see it, but then when you go in there and the food just tears it up, those are the best places to find.
Well, and here's the other thing, Robbie, for you guys. I mean, if you're going to be there, tell your wife if you want. You can text me or Jay. One of the places you want to go to, it's up in the Garden District, and we're going to go eat there when we're down there next week. It's called Pasquale Manelli's. This is the place that supposedly invented barbecue shrimp. When I thought barbecue shrimp, I thought, shrimp on the Barbie, Australian style, right? No, it's like they got this big soup type thing, and they have these huge shrimp like prawns, and they basically cook them for a day like that. And this stuff is awesome. When they ask you if you want to wear the bib, you just say yes, put the bib on. Yeah, this stuff is incredible.
Shrimp on the Bobby, mate.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, you got to text me the name of that place so I can make sure we get it on the list. So we've got, we've got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to pull back and ask some cigar-related questions. This one's from Stefan Lindblad. He says the Premier is said to use San Andreas broadleaf wrapper and binder. He says I'm only familiar with the Connecticut broadleaf. How is a San Andreas varietal different or similar to Connecticut grown broadleaf?
How are the leaves similar?
Yeah, or similar. Different.
They're not really similar, but if you want to get like technical for that question, U.S. Connecticut broadleaf and San Andreas broadleaf are the only true Maduro wrapper leaves. Everything else has to be fermented and changed to get that that effect and that color.
But the San Andreas to me has a little sweeter taste than the U.S. or the Connecticut broadleaf.
Yeah, totally different characteristics. But.
Yeah. And most people don't know. I mean, when you're growing broadleaf seed, there's actually 28 shade variations. Sometimes, you may look at our broadleaf or another guy's broadleaf, could be peach, and go, dude, that's not Maduro, it's not dark enough. No, it is. It's the broadleaf seed. It may not be really dark. And the only way to, keep everything consistent, you either have to, paint it or cook it or,
double fermentation.
Yeah, some stuff that, basically get that everything so it's real dark shade. Normally 10% or less comes out really dark. So, we weren't really concerned about making it really dark. We wanted it just a little darker than the Ecuadorian so people could see the difference. But we're like, we don't need it black. We don't want that. I want it real nice, natural. We wanted to keep it kind of toothy. Because a lot of people don't know that, the teeth, those little bumps in the wrapper, that's what holds the oils in your cigar. That's where you get a lot of
all your flavors at.
Yeah. Right. And if you look right now, that's why I was telling you, when I look at that little black edge, see how shiny it's getting? That's the actual oils in the wrapper. And what's interesting, not so much the Ecuadorian or the San Andreas, but the Ecuadorian wrapper, the one that Logan's smoking right now. If Logan looks at it, as you're getting further down, it gets even oilier. It starts releasing oil. It gets real silky in the touch. You're like, wow, dude,
it does.
Beautiful.
That just all stems from the way the olivas do their fermentation process.
Yeah, and it's not mineral oils. It's not mineral oils like some other manufacturers use. This is all natural, but it's incredible stuff they have. And then, that's what we're fortunate. Going to the guy who grows the tobacco, we're able to keep the price down. If we went to somebody else who's buying the tobacco, our prices would probably be a whole lot higher.
Okay, cool. That was, I've been. It's funny you keep talking about it, and I'm focusing on the burn of this cigar and really looking at it more so than I ever normally do.
Right. That's how. Yeah.
When you look at other cigars you're smoking, later on you'll notice it. It's still black, but it looks a little dull or a little dry.
And it could be bubbled up or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is real shiny right at the end. I've never really thought about it or paid any attention to anything like that.
Yeah.
So
me either. It was when we were down at the factory back in April, and I'm looking at this stuff, and it was funny because I'm looking at it, they burn it. I'm like, good God, that's shiny. And I asked Gustavo, I goes, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's oil, isn't it? He goes, yeah. And it's funny because when we were working on the Ecuadorian blend, it was the last day, it was a Thursday, and I worked out the blend that I really liked. I was like, here, Jay, smoke it. He goes, yeah, it's really good. So next thing you know, we're smoking. I see Jay write something on a piece of paper and hand it to the guy who runs the factory, which is actually Omar Ortiz, which you probably heard of. He has his own cigar that Altadis does. And he makes it for them. And hands Jay the piece of paper. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I got a couple ideas. I want to try something. I go, dude, seriously? What the hell? I mean, come on. We're done. I've already smoked 20, 30 cigars a day. I don't want to smoke another cigar.
That's not enough for me.
And he goes, no, let me try something. We're not coming back next week. So I said, all right. The guy disappears, comes back an hour later with the cigars, and Jay lights one up. And I'm smoking my second cigar on this blend I like. And Jay said, oh, my God, dude, you got to try this. I'm like, seriously? No. He goes, no, try it. So I lit one up and was like, whoa, wow, this is. He took it to the next level. Jay's just got that palate. He's got that knowledge. I was like, this is insane. So then I looked over at Gustavo. I said, Gus, light the cigar up. Don't tell me about it. Just tell me what it reminds you of. And he looks at me and goes, Tom, honestly, I've had a chest cold. I'm probably not going to taste anything. I said, no. Just tell me what it reminds you of. He said, all right. So he lights up the cigar. He's smoking it for about 5 minutes, and he's studying, keeps looking at it. You got to walk to the corner of the room. He's smoking it, and he's like, bring the aroma up to his nose, fanning it. And he comes back, and he goes, I hate to say it like this, but this cigar reminds me of the earlier Cubans from, the early 2000s. I go, that's exactly what I was thinking. And excuse my language, but Gustavo looks at it and goes, effing, man, we got great tobacco. And I go, we got great tobacco. And I go, yeah, you do. That's why we're here, buddy.
So did that cigar end up becoming a blend?
Yeah, that's the Ecuadorian that Logan's smoking right now.
Yeah, the Premier Ecuador.
Nice. It's funny how
I wouldn't say it was a Cuban.
Huh?
Come again?
I mean, it doesn't really remind me of a Cuban, but it's a lot. It's very mild in terms of strength, but it's got a ton of flavor.
Right.
That's because you hit the pipe, Logan. We're going to talk about that later, though.
What?
He said you got to stop hitting the pipe.
Dude, the pipe, that tongue bite, woo, mess you up.
The pipe is calling to you, man.
Dude.
As long as you're not hitting the pipe in Colorado, we'll be all right. You'll be all right.
I know, man. No, I ain't smoking no reefer.
Yeah, so you got some more questions for us, Robbie?
Yeah, we got a few more. This one is from Bob Dog, and Bob Dog is here without question every week. Bob Dog
Every week. What up, Rob Dog? What up, buddy?
And he asks a bunch of good questions. He's referencing that Limitada that you guys referenced earlier that's coming out later in the year. And that's a true limited. There's only so many that exist. How many are going to be made available? Can you?
6,000.
6,000.
There'll be boxes. Yeah, there'll be boxes of 500 boxes. The deal was there was 8,000 cigars. So when I got back to the States, I called up John and said, hey, I understand you have 8,000 of these cigars. What do you want for them? And so he's, let me talk to the guys. He calls me back and says, okay, well, this is going to be the price for 7,000. I said, well, wait a minute, you had 8,000. He goes, yeah, well, we're keeping 1,000 to smoke. We like that cigar a lot, too.
Yeah.
So the more we smoked it, we were like, okay, well, we're going to release 6,000 and keep 1,000 for us to smoke, too.
Yeah, because his head guy, that Gustavo that worked from down there, he thought we were taking them, while we were there. So he actually had them give him like 100 or 150 of them, and took them home, put them in his humidor. Like, you guys are buying the rest, I'm getting mine now, So. Yeah.
That's so far.
That's got it. Yeah. It's nice when you're the guy that can do that. They can
say,
oh, well, you're going to buy these.
Yeah, that one's going to be a petite Corona.
Yeah, it's a 4 1/4 by 44.
Man, it is just a flavor bomb. Like I said, they were rolling back in. By Frankie Ledezza, so. Just a blend.
They'll retail somewhere between $6-7. We're still working out the packaging, so we'll see how it turns out.
But yeah, like I said, it's a one-time shot. We could never recreate it, so
yeah,
that's it.
That's awesome. Those are fun, like true limited edition stuff. For me, that turns me on. That's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, I'm going to put that on my calendar and make sure that I have money in my cigar budget. Excuse me, so I can pick up, however many of these that I want to get because I know I can only get them once.
Yeah. And us, we like to, promote our core brands first before we even think about them and stuff. But this was like, we had found these gems, so we're like, man, we gotta have them, So.
It's a unique opportunity for you guys, and it's going to be.
I lose you?
There we go.
I think Robbie hit a button again or something.
Oh, y'all are freezing on us.
Oh, good job, Rob.
You're up, Logan.
I guess Robbie hit mute. Okay,
I guess it's the Logan. It's the Logan show now.
Dude, it's always the Logan show, man.
Yeah.
Can we F-bomb it now?
Yeah, I think we're getting I think we're almost there, actually. So, was it, with this cigar, was the idea to actually go down and find something to do it, or was it purely just kind of happened?
Just like it was our buddy Elliot made the suggestion. He goes, dude, why are you down there? I mean, this is second oldest factory. See if they got anything in cold storage. See if there's something interesting that we want to play with, or what there is. I mean, and like Jake said, he owns a few stores here in Dallas, and he thought, maybe there's something he'd want to buy and just put in the stores. And we came across this, and we're like, yeah, we're taking this. This is ours.
Yeah, this is mine. That's very cool. I mean, I have not witnessed anything at a factory like that. I mean, I know obviously I've seen the bodegas and all that, and I've been to several factories, but I haven't noticed that. Apparently it's actually a fairly common thing for companies to have cigars that were whether it be test blends or whether it be stuff that was never sold or never purchased. It seems like it's a pretty common occurrence.
Oh yeah.
Is it really?
But just finding those rare gems that are actually really
they're actually worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, because you'll find, and they have a lot of stuff down there that's mediocre, it's okay stuff, but
it wasn't something we were interested in.
We smoked this and we're like, wow, that's just freaking fantastic. Like y'all aren't doing anything with it. We want them, we want all of them. So
yeah, and that's the thing too. I mean, you've seen it, Logan. I mean, how many times have we seen a party gets 150? Oh, this is the last of the tobacco. I'm never going to see this again. Oh, look what we found. Really, dude? I mean, the Holy Grail of cigars keeps popping up. So, that was a thing that's always annoyed me. It's like, dude, when you do a limitada, that's
it's limited.
Right. And that's the whole idea behind this is once it's released, hey, could we do the blend again? Yeah, but it won't be the same cigar.
It won't be the same cigar, exactly.
Exactly. If we do the blend because people want, we might do it. We've talked about doing this again. We'll call it a reserve, and then we'll make sure it's a year age and tell everybody it's not the same cigar. This is the same tobaccos, but they've changed. This is the reserve now. You can't get the limited. It was done.
Exactly. Well, I think we're coming up, on it, and I hate to do this for Rob and just leave him, but we're just going to keep going. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the AFRN segment. So just want to thank, we'll have the After Dark here after a second, but just want to thank everyone listening into AFRN, tuning in. So Jay, Tom, tell everyone where they can find, Acme Cigars, your website, on social media. Where can they find you, and where should they look for the cigars, and when should they hit the shelves?
We're gonna be doing several launch parties the first 2 weeks of August, right after the trade show. Sometime right in there, also we'll start shipping nationally.
Probably about the second week of August.
So everybody out there, of course, ask your local retailers, for Acme Cigars. The website's, of course, acmecigarcompany.com. Twitter and Instagram is at Acme_cigars. And, of course, Facebook is facebook.com/Acme Cigar singular.
Yeah. There you go. Rob, are you back?
I am. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So we're wrapping up.
Well, that's good. Thank you guys for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody out there listening on the Armed Forces Radio Network. We'll be back next week with General Cigar Company next week. So,
yeah, we just want to, of course, say a big thank you to all of our men and women, past, present, and future, that are out there fighting and sacrificing for our country. We appreciate you all and love you all very much.
Absolutely. On that, we'll catch you guys next week. Everybody have a great week and stay safe.
Thanks.
Titty fuckers.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? I was
live.
I was in the middle.
It's live. It's live, but we're no longer on AFRN, so we're gonna chop that out.
Yeah, people can still hear us, so I have to go back.
So don't talk about anything too bad.
Yeah, people can still see us live, and this will still go out on the podcast as well. So I don't know what the hell happened. I just completely like my
Yeah,
internet
it's froze.
just went away.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, I can edit all that out too, so that'll be fun. So
You're actually since you were off, you're going to have a whole lot to edit because we just
Oh yeah, dude,
we just started F-bombing.
midget strippers. You're fucked.
yeah, well, maybe it just won't play on the Armed Forces Radio Network. Who knows?
No, we were actually very.
I think they're actually calling Logan's brother back into service to sniper you, Robbie.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
know
that's
about
what it was. That was a warning. Here, we're going to cut your internet. That's the warning.
It's boring, you know.
Yeah, no kidding. Logan, do you have the power to end the broadcast? Do you have that button? I don't have that button anymore.
No.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Maybe this just goes on forever and ever. And
It's the song that doesn't end.
So we've got some giveaways. We're gonna pick some winners tonight. We'll do some stuff on the site, some fun stuff, and we're gonna give some stuff away to the podcast as well. So let's pick. What do you think? 4 or 5 winners tonight, and then do the rest.
You